program focuses on three areas. Focuses on corporate finance, valuation, and portfolio management. Right? There are three areas that you tend to focus on in this specific course. Let me go word by word. What does corporate finance mean? Corporate finance means, let's say for example, a company wants to manage its finances. Think about it, for example. Let's say you're working in a company, you want your salary at the end of the month. The company needs to make sure that the money is available in their account on that day to pay out. If they don't have money, they're bankrupt. If they have too much money that's lying spare, then it's not going to be used. So, working capital management becomes a key role for the company to be done. That's one. Then you could think about managing long-term investments. Let's say, for example, a company is wanting to invest in a huge project, let's say set up a factory. Now, is that factory worthwhile, not worthwhile? Should we go ahead, should we not go ahead? All the evaluation of it will be done by the corporate finance division of that company. Of course, they will be advising the directors, they will be advising the CEOs and the MDs, but of course, the analytical part of it will be done in the corporate finance division. Of that matter, the company plans to acquire another company or wants to invest in another company. Is that worth it? Is that strategy going ahead? Good or not? What is the price should be paid for it, and so on and so forth? That comes in corporate finance. So, what is the theme in that work you see? It's all about investments. It's all about investments and money management. Right? That's corporate finance. Managing money for companies. Of that matter, look at valuation. Now, valuation is a subset of money management. So, if you want to invest in something, you have to think about whether the price is correct or not. For example, if you go to buy anything at a shop, what do you first look at? You first look at the price tag and you say, is the price worth it or not, right? So, how do you decide about that, whether the price is worth or not? Now, for a product, you might decide, okay, how much happiness do I get by buying the product? And then you compare your happiness with the price and probably you buy it accordingly. But in case of finance, what we do is we try to look at financial models. We mathematically try to say, okay, what could possibly the value of this product or this investment be, and compare that with the price and say, is it worth investing or not? So we use mathematical models, conceptual models, comparable models, different methods to value the asset and say, is it worth it or not? So this valuation can be used at multiple places. Can be used for investments, can be used for, even for that matter, fair value accounting and auditing and taxation, can be used at multiple places. So that's your second part, which I said is valuation. And the third is portfolio management, which in simple words means managing money for people. Whether they are individuals or institutions or anybody. So you could be working as a portfolio manager, let's say as an advisor to people, simply telling them what stocks to buy and sell. You could be working in a mutual fund, managing money for people. You could be working in an insurance company. Right? Think about that. People put money in insurance and they want a return after that. Something happens or doesn't happen. They want a return back. Who manages that money? Your money, say for example, you worked the entire month, a part of your money gets slashed out, it goes into the EPF fund, Employee Provident Fund. Who manages that? Who makes sure that enough money is available to pay you back when you retire? So there's a money manager required. So in mutual funds, private equity, hedge funds, you require money managers to manage this money to make sure that enough money is available at the time that has to be paid back. Right? And to get adequate return for a given level of risk to be taken up. So that's the three things that you're primarily looking at. So corporate finance, valuation, and portfolio management. Those are three things that we specialize in the CFA program. Now that doesn't sound anything like what we do in CA. What does CA do? Auditing, taxation, right? Or for that matter, accounting. So accounting, taxation, auditing has nothing to do with the three lines that I've talked about. Yes, of course, the data that an accountant prepares, the balance sheet, the cash flow, the profit loss he prepares, are the inputs for us as CFA charter holders. We analyze that information and we say, is the company worthwhile or not? So that's why in your CFA curriculum, you read one chapter and one topic which is called as financial reporting analysis. That simply tells you, that subject tells you how to interpret the language of a CA. So you don't need to know accounting, you don't need to know what is, how is he taking the account, but you need to know that how could he have hidden information within the accounts. So you need to work as an analyst trying to analyze information within the accounting statements. So it helps to know accounting, but it's not necessary to know accounting. Right? For example, I have no clue about accounting. I don't know accounting at all. I don't know debit credit, but yes, we can still work with that. I'll give you an example. For example, I remember one of my bosses at Fidelity Investments had done his zoology honors. And he was an analyst. He was one of the best analysts in the company. So your background doesn't matter. That's the point I want to make. So your background doesn't matter. You're going to be coming from any possible background. And you'll be surprised the kind of candidates that we get here in terms terms of the background that candidates come from. So most of you either have a finance or a BCom or economics. We get a lot of engineers. Yes, we don't have as many engineers in the class today, but usually we have a lot of engineers. We get people from maths honors background. We get people from statistical honors. We get people from every possible background you can say. We even have had doctors here, for that matter. Right? People who completed not the MBBS but also MD. The one example I can give you is a guy who was an eye surgeon, and he was doing his CFA after that. He's now a portfolio manager, by the way. Yeah. So he's left his clinic. His clinic is run by his wife, and he now is doing portfolio management. He used to do it at a different place. Now he's here in Delhi managing money for people itself. So, right. So there's the background doesn't matter. That's the point I wanted to make. Now, how does this compare with an MBA finance, for example? Right. The CFA program is a very content-heavy course. What you cover in CFA level 1, the amount of content that you cover will be covered all of it in MBA finance. So what you do in MBA finance in about 1.5 to 2 years, in the finance module, you will cover here in CFA in level 1. Level 2 is more like a master's in finance. And level 3 is an application of the content that you have done at the first and the second level. So this course is a specialization within the financial domain. I'm not saying that MBA is bad. I just said that MBA, the content is not. MBA, for example, is not a program that you go to learn about finance. You go there to build other skill sets. For example, personality development. For example, team building skills, leadership skills, entrepreneurial skills. Other skill sets are built up in MBA. For example, in CFA, there is no team building skills. Right? At best, you probably want to kill the other guy sitting next to you and say, okay, I want to pass the exam. Right? Because it's a competitive examination at the end of the day. And yes, the difference between CFA and MBA is getting into CFA is very easy. Just pay the fee and you're done. Right? Getting out of it is tough. But have you heard about somebody flunking an MBA exam, not passing the 2 years? Yes, possibly not. So getting into an MBA college is probably tough, but once you're there, they'll push you out because it's in their best interest for you to be out as quick as possible. So my point is that the two courses are very different. The kind of skill set that you get of the two courses are also very different. So they may in fact complement each other to some extent. So my point is that don't compare this course with the other degrees that are available in the market. Think about this as a specialization in the 3 areas that I've mentioned. And if any of those 3 areas are what you're looking at, then this probably is the best course that you're thinking about. So I have a lot of CAs and people who are pursuing CA at the moment here, or people who are looking at auditing and accounting and taxation. If your focus is towards auditing, accounting and taxation, you're at the wrong place. Because we're going to look at none of that. Okay? So let me make it very, very clear. So, first question in terms of what is this program and how does it compare with the CFA or with the let's say, MBA or a CA. If you have any questions, keep asking, alright? Then the question comes about in terms of how do I become a CFA charter holder? Okay? So, in order to get the CFA 3 letters across your name, what do I have to do? So, the point is, this course is actually very old. It's not a very new course. It's gaining popularity in India right now, but this course has been in existence almost since 1960s. It's only in India that it's gaining popularity now. The student population here is growing now, so yes, it's gaining popularity, but the course has been in existence for a very long time. Now, in order to get the CFA charter, there are 4 requirements. What all? A, you need to pass all 3 levels of the CFA exam. That's the first one. Okay? Second one is you need to have 4 years of relevant experience. We'll talk about relevant experience, what that means. And third, you need to abide by a certain code of conduct. Right? Abiding by a code of conduct means you should not be involved in any cheating, cheating on the examination also a violation, by the way. Yes? So, no cheating either to the client, running away with his money or any of that. So, we'll talk about ethics and all of that. And fourth is pay your annual fee. So the annual fee that you have to pay to the CFA Institute is about $325. So, which is out of which about $275 goes to the CFA Society, the CFA Institute, and about $50 goes to the local society in India. We'll talk about as to what that part is and what are the benefits to that as well. Let me first start out with, before I talk about the CFA program and how do you get there, let's first talk about the eligibility for this exam. will still have to wait for a couple of years. Yes? You have to complete your graduation to be able to give your level 1 and 2. So level 1 can happen only in the final year of your graduation. Once you've completed your graduation, then you can attempt your level 2. Then you can register for level 2. Okay? So for example, let's say if you are right now in your third year, because a lot of you are in your third years right now, if you've just got into your third year right now, and if you plan to give your level 1 in December this year, even if you clear level 1 this year, you cannot attempt your level 2 next year. Why? Because by the time next year happens, the registration deadline is somewhere in March. And by that time in March, you are not a graduate. Okay, you haven't given your final exam. So next year will not be your level 2. Your level 2 would be a year after that, that is about 17. So there is 15. So this is only for the people who are in their third year right now, who just got into third year. For people who already graduate, of course, you can give your level 1 in December, and then level 2 the next year June, and the level 3 year after that, June next year. So the earliest you can complete all 3 levels would be approximately in about 2 years or so. Right? So provided, of course, you clear all 3 levels in the first shot. In terms of how much time does it take to sort of prepare for these exams, I think, frankly, it takes about 4.5–5 months of preparation. And when I say 4.5–5 months of preparation, this is not like your college exams where you can study for the last 15 days and say, okay, I know I've done the 10-year past papers, mostly something similar will come and I'll just get it through. You will have to spend about 2–3 hours literally every day from now onwards till about December to get it done. And if you think you're going to give the next year June, honestly no point starting right now. I'm being very honest, very frank on that. If you start right now, it's better to give the December exam than the June next year. Because you have plenty of time from now till December. And if you think you're going to study for the entire year, if you're really diligent, I think do December itself. Right? So you have plenty of time for December, you can't have more time than this time. Then the follow-up question comes out is, if I've cleared level 1 in December, can I attempt for level 2 next year in June? Of course, why not? Every year people do that. And if people can do that, why can't you? I did myself for that matter. Right? So I cleared my level 1 in 2005 December and level 2 in 2006 June. It takes about 4.5–5 months of decent preparation. So about 2–3 hours every day. And you need to sit with your content on a daily basis. You can't just, because the problem with the CFA course is not the fact that it's very tough. Because there's a perception in there in the market that everybody feels, oh, this course is very, very tough. It's not a tough course. The trouble with this examination is that there's a lot of material. It just doesn't finish. Right? For example, let's give you a lot of you are from BCom background. So just to give you a basic idea in terms of the extent of the content. For example, in economics, in your BCom or economics honors, whatever you've done, the content for economics, what all have you covered? You've covered concepts related to supply demand curves, elasticity, indifference curves, budget line, TR, AR, AP, MP, TP curves, all of the curves, short run, long run, all the 4 market structures, perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, monopoly. That's microeconomics. Then comes macroeconomics, which is your aggregate demand, aggregate supply, GDP, interest rates, unemployment, inflation, monetary policy, fiscal policy. Then comes your international economics, which is your currency exchange rates and trade theories. That is 10% of the content. So what you did in your bachelor's in approximately about 1.5 years in economics, we will cover that in exactly about 3 classes. And if you think that you're not going to understand it, I challenge you and I'll tell you that yes, you will be able to understand it despite the fact you might not have covered economics ever in life before. So even if you haven't done economics, you'll still be able to understand the concepts because the methodology of teaching is very different. We don't use a pen and paper and try and draw the diagrams there. We will teach you in a very conceptual manner. If you understand the concepts behind it, you'll get the answer and you'll get the fundamentals as well. Now, one very important thing about the CFA course in the program is do not even try to mug up the content. You will definitely fail. Do not even try to mug up the content. It's not possible to mug it up. This content, this course is extremely conceptual. If you understand the material and if you can apply it on the course and the questions, you're done. And yes, in terms of the format of the examination for level 1, it's completely multiple choice. There are a total of 2 papers that you do on the same day, which is your examination will be, by the way, on the first Saturday of December, which I think happens to 5th of December. Right? So 5th of December is your date of your examination, and on that day the examination structure will be that you'll have two papers. A paper that starts out in the morning at about 9 o'clock, finishes at about 12 o'clock, and a second paper which starts at about 2 o'clock and finishes at about 5 o'clock. There will be 10 subjects that should be tested on, and the same 10 subjects will come in the morning and in the afternoon. Of course, the questions will be different. Yeah. Every question will be multiple choice questions. There will be 3 choices for every question. Right? A, B, C. It's a paper-based test. It's not on a computer. It's a paper-based test. You have to fill out the OMR sheets, right, with an HB 2.0 pencil. And there's no negative marking. 3 options. 1 is right, 2 are wrong. So no negative marking, and you're scored out of a total marks of 240. Right? That's the format of the paper. In terms of what subjects you have, let me see, I might have a list of names of subjects here. Let me have a look. These are the 10 subjects that you have. So the 10 subjects that you have in your CFA level 1, 2 and 3. All 3 levels of course content, of course the subjects are the same, but the weightages and the level of difficulty changes every level. For example, in level 1, you have ethics, quant, economics, financial reporting analysis, corporate finance, equity investments, fixed income, derivatives, alternatives, and portfolio management. These percentages that I mentioned right here are percentage of the number of questions that you will get from that topic. For example, if economics is 10%, out of a total of 120 questions in the morning, 12 questions will come in the morning, and 12 questions will come in the afternoon. So that's about a total of 24 questions. Yes, it's fixed. It's a fixed number. There is no uncertainty about it, and the question paper will be very clearly delineated in terms of the first 18 questions will be from ethics, then from quant, then from economics, then from FRA, and so on and so forth. They very clearly state out that question number 1 to 18 is from this subject, question number 19 to 34 is from this subject. So in level 1, they will not try to play around with that. They'll say, okay, it's very, very clearly this is the topic, this is the subject that we are asking you on. Yes?
I just wanted to ask that these percentages are exact, right?
These percentages are exact.
They are not approximated.
No. So what will happen is, when you do it as a 240, from 240 you will find that 7% does not cover the whole number.
Yeah.
So what happens is they one question less and one question more of that subject comes in the morning and the afternoon. So they balance it out. You won't even figure that out. When you're doing the examination, a total of 120 questions, you won't even get to know did I have 21 questions or 20 questions on that topic. It'll just get through. Yeah? If you're busy counting, then of course it's a problem. Yeah? What else? In level 2 and 3, the subjects are exactly the same. But what you see is that look at the weightages, how they change. In level 1, the focus is towards FRA and ethics being the most important topics, being having about 35% of the weightage. In level 2, the weightage shifts towards equity investments. Where is that? Yeah, equity investments about 15 to 25%. FRA is about 15 to 20% as well. Fixed income is about 10 to 20%, and ethics about 10 to 15%. So in level 2, the 4 main subjects that you have is fixed income, FRA, equity, and ethics. And in level 3, the entire focus shifts toward portfolio management is about 50% of the course. So, as I told you, the focus of this curriculum is about first level, giving you the basics of everything, basics of economics, basics of statistics, basics of everything, because the course is structured so that anybody from any background can do it. So level 1 will be very basics. Level 2 is simply building upon the same concepts. And level 3 is the application of it into portfolio management and money management. And that's the way the course is also structured. In level 1 and 2, the format of the paper is completely multiple choice. So level 1 has a total of about 240 questions. Level 2 has half the number of questions. So 60 questions in the morning and 60 questions in the afternoon. And level 3 has a slightly different format. In level 3, what happens is the afternoon paper has 60 questions multiple choice, but the morning paper is a written paper. And unlike the written paper that we do in India, you don't get a sheet, right? You can't ask for sheets and say, I want to fill up more sheets. They'll say exactly this much is the space allowed, this is what you need to write, 3 lines, right? So they'll give you adequate space, you need to write in that. And because the third level is an application based, they'll give you case studies. They'll tell you, okay, this is the individual, this is the institution, this is the kind of money and the liabilities and the assets that they have. Tell us how you will manage it. It's not disclosed by the CFA Institute. You won't know it about now. You won't know it at the time of giving the exam, and neither would you know it after the exam when you get the result. Right? So the passing criteria is not disclosed by the CFA Institute. But as a rule of thumb, we apply and say that approximately about, if you score on the examination about 65 to 70%, you have a very good chance of clearing the exam. And how do we get that number? We get that number because the way the CFA exam result is shown to the candidate, we try to assess that yes, the pass rate approximately would be this much. For example, you get the pass, you get the sort of the result as an email from the CFA Institute saying whether you have cleared or not. So the email, when it opens up, it starts with a 4-letter word, either starting with a P or an F. Yeah, so you know what's happened, right? So once that's happened, so then they tell you exactly subject-wise as to what's happened. So it's either a pass or a fail. So then they give you subject-wise as how you performed. So you have every subject, either you scored below 50, 50 to 70, or 70 above. Yeah? So they simply put a star there. Now, 50 to 70 could mean 51, could mean 69. You have no clue, and they're not going to tell you about it. Above 70 could mean 100 or 71. Right? So you have no idea. So they simply give you a guidance in terms of where you score in every subject. Now, if, for example, the email started with an F at the top, just to put a little bit of salt on your wounds, they end the email with a line at the bottom. They say, how close were you? Yes, how close were you to passing the examination? So they grade all the candidates who have not cleared the examination in a category of 1 to 10, which is called as decile. Right? So if you categorize the data into 10 equal parts, it's called decile. For example, you have percentile, right? So 100 equal parts. Similarly, you have 10 equal parts, we said decile. Now, in decile, you say for example your number is 9. That means you are the 9th decile. Yes, you are number 9 in the people who did not clear. That means you are pretty close. 9 and 10 means very, very close. If you're number 10, that means you are very close, maybe 2 or 3 questions and that's covered. And if you're number 1, then of course you need to rethink your strategy, or maybe you just goofed up on your marking of the entire paper itself. Maybe you marked number 2 as number 3. Right? So your entire answer sheet was wrong. So point is this, to give you an idea in terms of how the answer sheets are marked, it's like an OMR sheet, it goes into the machine, and within 5 seconds your answer is marked and your result is out. But of course, your result takes about 2 months to come. That's about 45 days it takes for the result to come. So for example, if you give your examination in about December 1st week, you'll get your result in about January 3rd week. Yeah? That's the time it takes for them to evaluate and assess if everything is okay in your pass or not. That's the way the exam is structured. Yes.
Is there any minimum percentage to for all these 10 subjects? Like you need at least 50% in ethics and 20% in alternate investment, something of that sort.
So is there a section-wise cutoff or not? There is no section-wise cutoff.
So you can score a 0 in any section and you could score 100.
Absolutely. You could score a 0 in a subject and get 100% in the other one. What matters is your aggregate score. Now that specific statement is nowhere written either on the CFA Institute website or anywhere else. So this is my assessment, this is our assessment, having seen results over the last so many years. We've seen results of so many candidates and we've figured out that there is no sort of a minimum score that you have to look at any specific subject. But there is a thought that most CFA candidates and on blogs and all Facebook communities, there is a certain thing that if you don't get ethics, you don't pass the exam. Yeah, I'm sure you have seen it, or if you haven't, you will hear about it as you start pursuing the exam. Is that true?
Well, somewhere they also mentioned that if you're not good at any other, if you clear ethics, so your aggregate and ethics is good, so you may clear the exam.
So let's look at very mathematically now. See, we're getting into the CFA program, so our approach has to be very analytical. So let's say your ethics is 15%, okay? So let's say I get a 0 there. Yeah, so 85% is what is left out. Now, in order to score 70% in aggregate, how much do I need out of the entire 85? So that's 70 upon 85, that's what I need in terms of accuracy. the likelihood of you passing the examination is very low because that's about 35% of the content anyway. Now, having said that, does that mean on the other side that if you score well in ethics and FR, you will pass? No, that's just 35%. What about the remaining? Yes, so on the entire examination, you have to have a balanced score. If you do exceptionally well on one and you do very badly on the others, not good. You have to have at least about 55-60% on most, and then maximizers with about 3-4 subjects. So that in aggregate comes in the range of about above 68 to 70%. That's the thought that you're looking at. So the idea is that you need an aggregate score. Don't focus on the section-wise cutoff. It's about an aggregate score that you're looking at. So there's no section-wise cutoff anywhere. I have personally seen a lot of candidates whose ethics in level 1 was pretty bad. Right, on the result, they still cleared the exam. On level 2, it was pretty bad. They still cleared the exam. Right, because their other subjects are very good on the result. And I've seen even candidates who have scored very well in ethics and FR and still flunked the exam because the others were pretty bad. So what matters is an aggregate score. If your aggregate score is good, yes, it will work out. Also, a very common question asked of the entire curriculum is what is important? Let me just tell you what is important. We'll do that part and we'll go.
But they don't mention that all sections need to be written
there's no negative marking, so why would you want to leave anything? Right, so please mark everything. Right, so attempt everything. Don't leave out anything on the exam. Right? Yes.
But don't they assess the marking pattern? Whatever questions they mark, suppose I have guessed at least 10 questions.
If there's no negative marking, they're saying guess. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Right?
but at the end of the day, the passing criteria depends on the CFA Institute.
Yes.
If they assess that this guy is guessing the
No.
answer, so
How do they know whether you've guessed it or not? It's a multiple choice question. I did my calculation orally, wrote nothing, I simply marked A. And maybe it's not a calculation based question at all. Maybe you just have to read the text and answer it.
still the accuracy goes down.
That's fine. What matters is the accuracy out of 240. Whether you mark it or not, if you don't mark it, it will be crossed as considered as wrong. Right? Simple. So mark everything. Don't leave out any question. Simple. There's no negative marking. Yes.
Two things. First, is calculator allowed in the
Oh yes, you're allowed on the calculator. There's a very specific calculator allowed on the CFA exam. The calculator that you're allowed on the CFA exam is called the BA2 plus Texas Instruments. So there are actually two calculators allowed. One is the BA2 plus Texas Instruments, and there's another one also which is an HP calculator. Usually people buy this one, which is called the BA2 plus Texas Instruments. Within this, there are two models that come out. One is called the Professional, one is called the Basic. You can buy either one of them. Yes, and the calculator is allowed in the exam. Yes. Yes.
There is a subject in CA final curriculum.
Called FM. SFM, yes.
So most of the course content is similar in that subject as well.
Yes.
So what differentiates?
Yes, so but Lloyd have to go an entire course of 3 years, and that's what the CFA program is. So you've just started and touched upon that content. So the FM part that you've done in your CA final year is just touching upon the content that you probably will see in here. That's because this is, of course, this is actually a specialization in that area. So the entire content will be focusing only on that subject. Yes.
And in the entire duration of the curriculum, do we intern in between or like later for the course?
Okay, now let's get on to that question. When we talk about as to what are the requirements to become a CFA charter holder, we mentioned that you need to have about 4 years of experience as well. So let me see, yes. Yes, so how do I become a CFA charter holder? Pass the rigorous exams, have at least 4 years of relevant experience on the professional side, on the professional investment experience, be a regular member of the CFA Institute and abide by a certain code of conduct. Only if you do all these four, can you write the CFA 3 letters across your name. Now, yes, I'll talk, my intention is to talk about point B as much as possible. What does the 4 years of experience talk about? So, in very layman terms, whatever you're learning on the CFA curriculum, if that is practically being applied on your work, 50% of the time, your work qualifies for the relevant experience. The company name, the location does not matter. Yes, it could be ABC Limited, it could be working for yourself. The name of the company, the location, the branding doesn't matter. it's not necessary that you have to be the ultimate decision maker. If you're helping somebody else also do that, yes, your work gets counted. Yes, trading gets counted because trading is a part of it, because portfolio manager places an order with a trader and says, I want to buy that stock. So the trader also gets counted. Right? But it has to be a full-time paid job. Articleship doesn't get counted. Articleship is more like an internship. Okay? And articleship doesn't get counted. So an articleship also, if it's in the auditing and taxation side, it's going to not get counted. Yes? So if the work is anyway related into the finance domain, yes, it will count. Yes?
So these 4 years start only after we clear all
No.
the exams?
The 4 years could be before, after, during, any time. So, sorry, there's no timing issue. So say for example, I've already worked for 10 years. Now I'm giving the CFA exam. Will my work qualify? Of course, yes. If your work is relevant, it will get counted. So the timing of the experience is not important. You could have started your work 5 years back. You could start your work tomorrow for that matter. Even before registering for the exam, the timing is not important. Yeah?
And what about engineers? We are the software developers.
A software developer would not get counted. Right? Why? Because your experience is towards building a software which is using a technical skill set. Yes, that software will help the portfolio manager make calls, etc. But the skill being used is that of a technical software engineer. Nothing related to the kind of work that we'll sort of content that we learn here. So the work has to be, sort of related to the kind of content that you work on. Yes.
How about auditing?
Auditing, certain parts of auditing get counted, certain parts don't. For example, if in auditing you are using, let's say, fair valuation methodologies to see what is the value of the asset that must be recorded on the balance sheet, yes, it gets counted. But if you're simply tallying the numbers, no, it doesn't get counted. Right? So there are parts of it which do get counted. So see, okay, let me see if I have a sort of yeah. Does my work qualify? These are sort of you could say the designations which tend to qualify. But don't go with the designation name. My designation may be ABC, but if my work is relevant, it gets counted. So what matters is the kind of content of work you're doing. Yes? And okay, how does the CFA should decide whether that happens or not, right? How does the CFA should say whether your work qualifies or not? So the way it works is that once you clear all 3 levels in the CFA program, then at that point of time you write an application to the CFA Institute telling them this is the work that I have done. This is my CV, this is my detailed CV with 2 references. The 2 references would be one that of a current boss and one that of a CFA charter holder. They'll also probably talk to you and say what is your experience there and put a recommendation. Based on the information that you provide, the CFA Institute will consider your application. If your work qualifies, they'll accept it, otherwise they'll say your work doesn't get counted. If you have specific questions about your work, whether your work qualifies or not, you can write to the CFA Institute asking them about it. And they'll probably respond in a couple of days. But yes, as a guidance, usually auditing doesn't get qualified. Yes?
Provide all this information through email?
Yes, the CFA Institute primarily gets in touch with most of the candidates through the email platform. If you want to speak to somebody, you can call on their toll-free number, which is available on their website as well. But mostly what happens is, unless if the query is very simple, they'll answer on the phone. But if the query is any technical issue, they will put it to a certain department and again you have to write an email itself. So the best way to coordinate with the CFA Institute is write an email to them. They'll respond within a couple of days, you're sure of that. Yeah, so 2-3 days they'll respond.
So the entire work that I have done, I have to write that email.
Yes, you can
Do I need to send in papers?
No, nothing. One very important thing. See, the CFA Institute trusts you till the time you give a reason not to trust you. Right? So they will take your word. If you say that yes, this is what I've done, they'll agree. If they find something is wrong, then they'll probably take the strictest of possible action against it. Right? So be fair, be honest, be upfront about it. Yeah? So that's it. So they sort of they trust you for your word. But even for that matter, say for example, when you say I'm in my 3rd year of my graduation, they'll take your word for it. Right? So if you say that I've done my graduation, they'll take your word. They do not ask for any documentation, even after having cleared 3 levels for that matter. They take your word unless they have a reason not to. Yeah? Yes.
So you mentioned about trading being a full-time.
Yes. Full-time paid job. Yes.
What about if someone is doing on his personal capacity?
Now, if you're doing it in your personal capacity and professionally, that's what you do. Yes, it qualifies. If that's what your full-time paid job is, for example, let's say I'm managing my own money, and that's what I If it's simply I'm managing my money, no, it doesn't qualify. Right? That everybody does. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions on this? Also, another question comes about is what opportunities open up after this program? Right? So in terms of after level 1, what is the compensation do I get? Blah blah. So we'll answer those questions as well. But yes, what I did was I had a database of people who have completed the CFA program. So I went to, because the Delhi community is not a very large community, so I asked one of my few of my friends, I said, which companies do you work in? So I collected the names and I put the names down of the companies that the CFA charter holders and candidates are working in Delhi and NCR. Right, so I'll show you the slide and show you how they look like. So where do CFA charter holders work in NCR, for that matter? So I categorized the slide into 3 areas. I said equity and credit research, asset management advisory, and others. Now, there are companies within NCR where CFA charter holders and candidates are working. So for example, within equity research, you have SmartCube, BlackRock, Fidelity Investments, eValueServe, McKinsey, Copeland, Pulsar Knowledge Center, Shorefield Investments, Morningstar, CRISIL, and so on and so forth. Within asset management advisory, there could be Barclays Wealth, CRG Advisory, JM Financial Services, BMR Advisors, Deutsche Bank, and so on and so forth. Managing money for people, right? In the wealth management division maybe. And in others, you would have Relegate Capital, which could be like a broker or an advisor. ICICI Securities, they have ISEC, which is an investment bank. F1, F9 is a company which is into financial modeling. International Financial Corporation, that could be like an international organization too, for that matter. I could be working in American Appraiser, Max Life Insurance. I could even be working for a real estate company, MRMGF. RBS, which is like a company which is your the Royal Bank of Scotland. CEP, Corporate Executive Board, KPMG, and so on and so forth. So, this is not an exhaustive list. This is not an exhaustive list in terms of where people work. I just collected names and of companies where my friends were working. Right? So, you will have many more. So, this slide helps you to answer 2 points. Are there jobs and opportunities for people who done the CFA program? Right there, the slide answers that. Yes, there are people who have done the CFA program and are working in these companies in relevant profiles in Delhi. Now, second question, in India, is the course recognized? Do you get opportunities after this? Yes, you do, but yes, of course, more opportunities open up in Bombay. Right? Of course, we are recognizing the fact that Mumbai being the financial capital, you get more opportunities there, definitely, without doubt. Even if I look at the distribution of the CFA charter holders within India, by the way, do you know the number of CFA charter holders in India? I have a random guess. 1300, okay? 1100? 300? 1000? Okay, I'm pretty surprised. In the previous session, people used to say 10,000, 20,000. Okay, so your numbers are pretty conservative, but yes, the number of CFA charter holders in India at the moment are approximately about 1,600 to about 2,000 people. Yes, so I think 1,700 was the last number that I had checked. Of course, there are more people who have cleared all the 3 levels. There are about 4,000, 5,000 people who have cleared all the 3 levels, but they are awaiting their charter. Well, how come? They either don't have their experience yet, or they have not paid their annual fee. Yeah, because that's also another one. Because if you haven't paid your annual fee, you can't use the CFA 3 letters across your name. And besides that, others. So the point is that yes, as a community, the CFA charter holders in India is not a very large community. But having said that, let's say out of these 2,000 people, random or 2,000 people, how many in Bombay and how many other places? For example, in Mumbai, you find 70% or even 60% in Mumbai. In Delhi, about you have not more than 150. So 150, 200 max is what you have in NCR. So the numbers are not as many in NCR region, but yes, there are companies that people could be working at. And as I said, this is not an exhaustive list. There could be many more. So what you need to take out from this slide is not in terms of the kind of companies, the names of the companies, take the kind of work that is relevant. So you could be working in banks, you could be working in real estate companies, you could be working something wrong happened, I there was some violation that I did in the securities market. I used insider trading or whatever. Not only will I be banned by SEBI, but even by the CFA Institute, that I cannot use this designation. The CFA Institute is very, very clear in saying that we have to maintain a strong ethical platform for people who manage money in a very ethical manner, so that these people have a good reputation as well, besides other things. For example, give you a simple case. After our health, the second thing that most important for most people is their money, right? And when we want to manage our money, we seek for advice. Just like for our health, we go to a doctor. For our money, we go to a financial advisor and say, what should I do? Now, if you go to a financial advisor and if he starts thinking about his own interest before your interest, there's a problem there. Because any advice that he gives is going to be wrong, right? Or maybe it's going to be colored. You might not benefit as much from it. So the advice that he has to provide you has to be free from bias. It has to be objective and free from bias. That's very important. So that's another code of ethics that we talk about. In terms of the fee that has to be paid, for example, the date of the fee is somewhere in July, so my date is coming up. So I have to pay the annual fee. Now, out of the entire $325 that we pay, $275 goes to the CFA Institute in the US and $50 goes to the local society in India. Now, why do we pay this and what are the benefits we get out of it? Plenty of benefits. First biggest benefit, I get to use the 3 letters across my name. Yeah, first. Second, I get access to a certain platform and a database of all the CFA charter holders across the globe. So I can call up the phone, I can pick up the phone or write an email to CFA charter holders anywhere across the world, and 99.99% you'll get a response in terms of what you think about the markets there, job opportunities, and blah blah. The CFA should also run a website called the Job Line, where opportunities for CFA charter holders are advertised there, and you can apply directly from that website. Third thing. Fourth is, if you want access to research in terms of how the stock's performing, how the certain market or certain asset class performing, etc., that research is available free of cost on the entire CFA website. Even if you don't want to use all of that, the local society in India organizes seminars and gatherings for CFA charter holders and candidates pretty frequently, almost once a month. And most of these gatherings are in 5-star hotels or at decent places. So even if you just go and have lunch and come back, you will recover your money. Right? So even if you don't have anything else to do, you will still recover your money. Yes, it has to be paid every year.
After the you have qualified all the dates.
Yes. So it has to be paid every year, and the date comes out to be approximately around somewhere in June, July. I think the couple of questions that always come up is what kind of opportunities, and yes, at the end of the day, भाई CTC क्या होगी ये बता दो. Yes, what will be the money that you get out of the entire. It's very hard to say. It's very hard to put a number to it, but I know everybody's saying, oh, give me a number at least. So it's very hard to put a number to what a CFA charter holder makes. So I'll give you an indication of how things work, okay? So I'll give you an indication of what my sample set in terms of my friends, my colleagues, how they would kind of profile that they're working and kind of compensation that they would be drawing. Now, if you're a CFA charter holder, which means you've done these 4 things, I'd say the minimum compensation that you can expect is about 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs per annum. Yeah, that's the minimum compensation that you can expect to get. Now, if you've cleared level 1, 2, or 3, yes, you could discount that by as much as you wanted. But most candidates that we have had who have cleared at least level 1 and have been just a graduate as well, have been able to get compensations in the range of about 2 to about 5 lakhs per annum. Now, having said that, does passing an examination get you a job? Are you expecting that clearing level 1 will get you a job right away? The company will be running after you, please come and work for us? Of course not. That's not going to happen. So let's keep our expectations realistic that yes, clearing this examination is only enhancing your knowledge, will help you to understand the basic concepts in finance. To get a job, think about from the employer's perspective what you need to do. The employer is going to pay you money, so he's going to make you work double and make you get work done on relevant stuff. So you need to be employable, which means you need to get the work done. Which means that A, besides the content knowledge that the CFA Institute gives, CFA Program gives, you should be able to apply that knowledge. Now, what skill set, what thing would you require to do that? For example, first, one is the content knowledge that we understand. Second is, Your communication skills should be very good, right? Basic skill set. If you're not good at communication skill, both written and oral, how do you write research reports? How do you communicate your investment advisory to clients? So communication skills, both oral and written, need to be decent enough. Third, you need to have decent skills on Excel, Microsoft Excel, because 99% of our work on valuation models, etc., will be done on Excel. If you're not good in Excel, it's going to be very tough for you as well. So be good in Excel. I'm not saying be an expert in that. You don't need to know Visual Basic and do macros, etc. I have no clue of that. But you need to know basics of Excel, right? Fourth, you need to have basic knowledge in the financial market. What's happening to the markets, what industries are doing well, what not are doing well, which are the top 10 companies of a certain industry, what's happening in that industry, and so on and so forth. Right? Be aware, right? And at least have good knowledge of a couple of industries. Pick any two industries. Let's say pick two industries, let's say aviation and automotive. Let's say I love cars and I love aeroplanes, so let's read about them as much as I can. What runs the business? Yes, how does the company make money? Why is one company making money, why is the other losing money? If you were an investor, which one would you buy in? Now, if you have the other 4 or 5 skill sets that I talked about, and if you still don't clear the exam, you'll still get a job. So passing the examination is not going to get you a job, let me be very clear on that. Okay, so even before you come in for the classes or register for the exam, be very clear. This program will enhance your knowledge, will probably help you in the interview, right? But what you do at the interview and after that on the job is about your knowledge, your skill set, and the other things that I just talked about. Okay? So this is not like a course that, okay, after doing this course, everything is going to change in life. Yes, things will improve. It's not going to be like a sudden, opening of gates for you. Yes, you'll hopefully get interview calls. Companies will want to interview and talk to you as to what you've done. For sure, that will happen. So yes, about CFA charter holders. Let me see what I have on my slides. I've talked about the exam format. I've talked about how the exam is structured. Yes, who does this course? What kind of profile do candidates come from? So, what's the maximum number? So this is worldwide, right? So in the last year, in 2014, there were 210,000 people who gave the exam. So 210,000 people who gave the exam. Out of that, 40% of the candidates who were giving the exam were students, which means that working professionals are, you could say, somewhat a minority in this. But yes, having said that, the probability of clearing a working professional is slightly higher. Why is that? Because it's a practical exam. It's a practical exam, it's very conceptual. And your ability to grasp concepts, if you're working in the relevant area, will be much more as compared to students. Because students, what do? They usually read like a curriculum and try to mug it up. And they don't try to understand the logic. So having said that, that does not disfavor or favor you. I'm just saying how the statistics work. So that's how the profile of CFA candidates look like. But once you've cleared the exams and become a CFA charter holder, what kind of opportunities open up? Have a look at this. So top jobs among CFA charter holders. This is worldwide and this is in India. So have a look at this. Very interesting statistics. Okay, this is the entire data that I've collected is from the CFA website. It's not something that is not. It's public information. You can go and look at the CFA website. It's all available. Have a look at this. Among the entire set of all the CFA charter holders in the world, 15% are research analysts and 22% are portfolio managers. So you could say approximately about 37%, which is more than 1/3 of the CFA charter holders, are directly engaged in money management. And then, what are the others? The others would be 4%. Give me a second. So, what are the others? 4% is into investment banking, 7% into being chief level executives, or into corporate financial analysts, consultants, strategists, risk managers, relationship managers, traders, manager of managers, financial analysts, and etc. So the others are not many. We have small percentages there. In India, what is very interesting is that the majority number in India is research analysts, and less number is portfolio managers. Any guesses why?
Most of the offices are back-end.
No, because the CFA program, the popularity of that has gained very recently now. So what's happened is that the people who are picking up the CFA program now are the people who have, say, for example, begun their careers as research analysts. And from a research analyst to get to a portfolio years. But yes, this is what you have at the moment, which is people are doing this course at the moment who are simply either just done their graduation or MBA, starting to begin their careers. People who had earlier been portfolio managers didn't require it, so they're not pursuing it. They already got there. Get my point? Yes? So that's about what after this course. Yeah? How many CFA charter holders every year? So how many people get the CFA charter awarded every year? So the blue bars is worldwide and the red line is India. So red line, you see here what happens. In 1998 till about 2001, the number of CFA charter holders being awarded in India every year were 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about in the thousand, you could say, after 8, the number of CFA charter holders has jumped up like that. So after that, the number of charter holders has jumped up exponentially like that. So every year, you have about 300 to 400 numbers being added on every year. Because the pool of students is very large. In India, the number of people giving the examination on the next weekend on 6th of June, that's when the exam is, it's approximately about what, 15 to 18,000 candidates. 18,000 candidates giving the examination on 6th of June. And in the Delhi center, you'll have about 6,000 to 7,000 candidates giving the exam at one center itself. Right, so there are plenty of candidates doing the exam. Then comes the question, what are the pass rates? Yeah, because you want to know the pass rates compared with the CA as well. So what are the pass rates? For level 1, the pass rates are approximately ranging between 34 to 44%. So let me see if I have a graph on that. Let me see. Yeah, I have the graph here. CFA level 1 pass rates. So this is the historic era, not relevant for us anymore. What we are bothered about is this data here. Right? This part here, which is from about 2005 onwards. What do you see? The pass rates range between 35 to about 40-45%. So if you want to be safe, you need to be among the top 35%. If you need to be safe, this is the band that you're looking at. Right? If you're among the top 35% of the people, you'll clear the exam. Because the pass rate has only about 3 times historically gone below 35% and that to a 34%. So the minimum pass rate that's ever happened is 34%. But the maximum, of course, that one is not relevant. In the recent past, the maximum is about 43%. But having said that, to be safe, you're looking at as a benchmark of being in the top 35% of the candidates worldwide. That's the benchmark that you're looking at in level 1. In level 2, the pass rates are slightly higher at about 40 to 45%. The same band, which is 35 to 40 right now in level 1, goes to about 40 to 45 in level 2. And in level 3, it goes even higher at about 45 to 50-55%. Now, it might sound very good, but remember it's filtering process, right? Right, so let's do a bit of analytical now stuff. So if 100 people give the CFA level 1 exam, 40 people get to level 2. Yeah? From those 40, about let's say 40% clear the level 2 exam, 16. From that 50%, so 8. Right? So while things might look very good and in a holistic manner, but yes, you'll say in about a consecutive 3-year format, about 8 candidates will get your CFA 3 levels cleared. And out of that, how many get the CFA charter? Let's say 50% of that. So over a period of 3 years, you'll have approximately 4 or 5 people getting their CFA charter. Yeah, so that's how long it will take. So yes, if you on an average globally, it takes about 4 years to clear your exam. So that means that on an average, everybody flunks at least once of the exam. So एक बार तो. Now comes the next question. I've been blabbing about the course, how easy or tough it is. Now comes the part in terms of what content to refer to, what books, what material, how to study for it as well. Yes, what material, how should I prepare for this exam? So when you register for this examination, you get books directly from the CFA Institute. Right? You get books directly from the CFA Institute. Let me have a look. One second. By the way, before we go ahead, these dates are slightly older. These dates need to be updated. I'll just tell you the dates here itself. This is for the June 2015 exam. For the December 2015 exam, the dates are for registration. The first deadline is over. Yeah, that was in March. So around March 20th was the first deadline. The second deadline is on 19th of August. 625 for level 2 and about 825 for level 3. So approximately what? $2,900. Yeah? So let's say $3,000. $3,000 round figure. So $3,000 multiply on a round figure, let's say about rupee goes up down 65. Right? So credit card also charges you a little bit of fee. So let's say 65. So 3 into 65, 300, 3,000 to 65 will be approximately around? About 1,95,000. Let's make that also round 2 lakhs. Yeah, so 2 lakhs is what you're looking at the expense over about 3 years time. Provided you clear all 3 levels in the first shot. You flunk the level, add 825 to that. Yeah? Further ahead, if say for example, just for the guys who, just to answer another question, in case you were giving the examination in June this year, in case, of course, if you're giving the exam, then what are you doing here, by the way? So if you were giving the exam in June this year, and let's say if the guy was to flunk the exam, for the December examination, he would not have to pay, of course, this fee, and even this will be smaller. This will be only around $450 because the books in the same calendar year are the same, right? So you only pay for the books in that. But if the calendar year changes, which is in what your case might happen, so say for example you give the exam in December and don't clear it and you are giving the next year in June, it will be 825 again, right? So the point is that in the same calendar year the fees remains exactly the same, but after that of course the fee increases. Alright, so that's about the fee for the registration for the examination. What else? Let me just think. I've talked about this. Yes, level 2 and 3 is held only once a year in June every year. Level 2 and 3 held only once a year in June every year. Level 1 is held twice a year in June and in December. I've talked about the exam format. The exam is held on the first Saturday of June and December. So I've talked about most of the stuff. Alright, so I guess now let me talk about what we do in the classes and how do we prepare. Yes?
How much opportunities after clearing the 3 levels and before getting to start?
Start working even right now for that matter. Start working as soon as you clear level 1. Why do you wait for level 3? Even after clearing level 3, if you haven't worked by then, you'll be treated like a fresher. Right? So don't wait to clear 3 levels. As I said, the probability of you passing the examination while working is higher. Right? Especially in the relevant area. Now, okay, another question that comes about, how do I prepare for the exam? Now, I'm coming on to the examination idea in terms of how to prepare for the exam, what content, etc. When you register for the CFA examination, you get the books directly from the CFA Institute, right? And the books that you get, I'll write down for you. So you get books directly from the CFA Institute. I'll call them the core books, okay? So you get the core books. These are about 6 books that you get. As soon as you register and pay your $1,275, the e-copy, the soft copy of it comes right there immediately. You can get the link for it, you download and you're done. The hard copy usually costs a little extra, right? And you can order that if you want. It costs about $150 extra if you wanted it. If you want, you can even pick it up locally here as well by certain photocopiers that provide that. But yes, you can pick it up either way. Now, let's be very straightforward on this. The CFA program is structured to be a self-study program. What does that mean? You don't require classes. You don't require any other books. You don't require any other content. No college books, no school books, no any other books. If you refer only to this, you will still pass the exam. And you will understand everything in the content. Yeah? So, if you really want to prepare really well, these are the best books that you can get to prepare for the CFA exam. As bare as that. Now, the 6 books that you get, each book is about that thick. About 1,000 pages thick, so that's about 6,000 pages that you have to read up. The minute you see the books, you're like, okay, should I use them for my gymming or should I really use them for studying? So people then look out for easier opportunities, and that's where we step in. So there are 2-3 things that come up in terms of making your life a little more simpler. So one content which is more famous than CFA these days, the Swagger notes has become more popular somehow with you coming for the classes here, we will also provide you with material. Yeah. So the three sources of content that you get, and you need to study from core books, the slider, and the film group material that we provide. You don't need to go to any other content besides that. Nothing else. Frankly, you don't need to go to anything else besides the core books. But people like to reference 2-3 things, so that's the 3 things that you can refer to and nothing more behind that. In terms of how should you study, in terms of what material should you look at, what is the best way of preparing, if you don't have a background on the content, if you haven't studied the material before, please use these books. Please use the CFA books. Right? Please refer to that. I know it's going to be tough, it's going to take time, but that's the best way of preparing for the exam. Especially if you don't have a background. If you do have a background, if you don't have the kind of time to prepare for it, you can refer to this as well. It's fine, it's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong in that. For level 1, it's all right. So either of these two clubbed along with the material that we provide you will be ample enough for you to get. Core books does everything, right? And in the core books, you get the questions on every chapter. You get questions here, we give you questions as well. So there will never be a dearth of questions. Okay? I can guarantee that in the next 6 months, even if you spend about 3 hours every day, you will not be able to finish questions. The amount of questions that there are. So, if you finish the content, let me know, I'll provide you more material. Yeah? But having said that, there is plenty of material, there is plenty of content. You won't have to go to anything else besides these things. Now, how should you prepare for it? If you're coming for the classes, if you're preparing for the sessions. Now, if you're coming for the classes, our classes happen here on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Our session starts out on the next weekend on the 6th, which is a Saturday. On the next Saturday, I start out with the first subject, which is on quantitative techniques. We don't start with ethics in the beginning, we do ethics a little later. We will start out with quantitative techniques, and I would